Do you know about Eddie Carvery, Africville, and the longest civil rights protest in Canadian history? Eddie Carvery was born in Africville, Nova Scotia, when the Nova Scotian seaside village was midway through its 3rd century. The first settlers of Africville were a mixture of refugees of the War of 1812, Black Loyalists and Jamaican Maroons. The community was neglected by the former city of Halifax and became run down over the years with environmental racism. In the 1960s, the city evicted the residents and bulldozed their homes in the name of urban renewal. As a teenager, he watched his world torn down as his friends and family were compelled to leave. The results of the urban renewal, a dog park called Seaview. After the destruction of his community, Carvery was so angry he wanted to blow up City Hall. Instead, he listened to his late mother, who Carvery called his champion. She suggested he come out here and lay out on the ground and start to protest, which he began to do in 1970 with inspiration from the Black Panther Party, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela. Carvery expected his protest to last 3 months, and people would catch on and things would move, he says, adding, but no, nothing caught on. Nothing moved. Eddie stood his ground, literally. He lived in a trailer on the land where he was born and started one of Canada's longest civil rights protests. In 2010, then Halifax Mayor Peter Kelly apologized to the former residents of Africville and promised them a hectare of land and $3 million to build a replica church, now called the Africville Museum, which opened up in 2012. However, the city did not put the community back as it was or proceed with a public inquiry for those who once called Africville their home, which Carvery demands to this day. His on-again, off-again occupation of Africville and protests continue and live on. For example, Eddie and his brother honor Africville and its residents on the anniversary of the Halifax explosion each year on December 6. David Ward, an Ontario resident, read about Carvery and the history of Africville while attending a conference in Halifax. He was compelled to advocate for Carvery's and started a fundraiser. It sat at $600 for some months. After the killing of George Floyd, the fundraiser saw a spike in donations. At the time of this post, the fund currently sits at $31,634 out of the $50,000. Please help us exceed that goal by making a donation to the fund using this link. His book, The Hermit of Africville, is available for sale on Amazon. 100% of the royalties from The Hermit of Africville go to Eddie Carvery and his Africville protest. Like and share this video to spread awareness about a living Black Canadian hero.